Buckets get split. Can
Yes.
you talk about drumming techniques to avoid breaking your bucket?
Yes, so that's a great question. So you actually don't need to hit the bucket all that hard. And I am like one of the worst violators. My lawn is littered with buckets that are former bucket drums that I have turned into tomato planters. So if your bucket breaks, plant tomatoes in it. They actually do pretty well, especially cherry tomatoes. So if your bucket, if you are hitting it, don't hit it too hard, right? First things first. Now, the other thing that I would say is there are different parts of the drum that you can bucket on. On the top of it, you'll see that there's an inner rim of your bucket, right? If you hit that inner rim, you don't need to hit it very loud for it to be really resonant, right? For it to create a lot of sound, right? I'm not hitting that very hard. If you aim for that center one. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm actually holding my sticks upside down. And I would say if you have one of the used sticks that are kind of split at the ends, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get splinters, you can just wrap it in duct tape so you have handles on it. The other thing that I would say is how to hold your sticks. So I'm holding my sticks kind of like in the middle because you want it to be kind of like halfway, and it's light in my wrist, and I can kind of like flick it, so I'm loosely holding it in my hand, right? And that way you can get a lot of power. Now, what I've seen sometimes is people will like take their whole arm. You don't need to do that, right? You can just flick it and kind of use your thumb and pointer finger as a leverage point for flicking your drumstick, right? That's kind of how we want to do it. Can I see everybody's like flicky hands?